welcome to my crazy week, guys. My name is Colin Newcaster. I'm your guys' host. And today we're going to get into it. We're going to delve into the stories I have for you, and we are going to dissect them as story biologists. And we're going to see, why am I so dang weird? I think the root of the problem is how the child is raised. So we need to go back and we need to look upon my parents. My mom is fine. She's quite normal. She's got a pretty good sense of humor. But looking at my dad's pretty weird. Now, I'm not saying he's like, ooh, my precious, I'm going to murder you, kind of weird. I mean, he's quiet, he's soft-spoken. He's not usually very directly funny unless he's around the right kind of people, and then he's hilarious. But when there's a situation when you can't see him or it's dark out, you get the crap scared out of you without any mercy. That is my father. He terrorized me as a child, and I think that is where psychologically my problems are, that's where they originate from, is him terrorizing the crap out of me as a kid. For instance, I used to have a friend come over every single weekend. That was the bonding moment between me and my buddies. That's also the moment when we decided we were going to become men. It was second grade, and we were ready to become men. But in order to do this, we waited until night had fallen upon us like a heavy cloak, and we could not see the moon or the stars. There was a lot of cloud cover that night, and it was dark. It was so dark out there that I'm pretty sure if you took a dart with an LED light at one end, on the little frillies, and you threw it, the dark would engulf it, and that LED light would fade from view, even though it would only be 10 feet away. It was a dark night. We decided that we were going to become men and watch this very, very scary movie. After living with my dad for so many years, I was in the second grade, I had become immune to certain scary things. So I thought I had a hand up on this. I knew I would outlast my friend. I would be the tribe chief of the little second graders. But my dad tried to stop us and he said, "Do you think that your friend's mom is going to appreciate you guys watching this video, this movie?" I said, "Yeah." And I looked over at my friend. My friend said, "Of course my mom gonna let me do it. She ain't gonna stop me." So my dad let us proceed, which is mistake number one that we made. My dad doesn't go down without a fight. So we climbed the daunting steps into my parents' bedroom. That's where we were going to watch Evil Dead. My mother was downstairs. And we put the movie into the movie player, and we basically settled on the bed. We set up camp on the bed, and I wrapped myself up in a sheet, like a human burrito. I was watching the movie, and it got about to the midpoint of the movie, and things were really starting to pick up. We encountered several creatures from the dark gloom, and they were wicked and wild. But they didn't faze us. We were men. We were becoming men. And inside my human burrito, I was immune to these monsters. Nothing could penetrate the cotton sheets that were my body armor, essentially. And my friend, he was like the dude off of Braveheart. He just crossed his chest, and he wanted to be free from this terrible nightmare. It was scary, but he was going to endure it, because in order to obtain freedom, you must endure. So we were focused on the movie. It was getting closer to being half over, and things were starting to really pick up, get really, really intense. The beast was coming. It was in the cellar. It wanted to just break out. And the chains on the trapdoor were shaking and juddering and shaking some more, scratching noises on the walls, on the cement walls and the cinder blocks. You could hear it. It was trying to get out below. And it looked like an old woman. Each time the hatch would come up, this degenerate old woman monster thing would look up, and it was demonic. And they decided to squeeze her head on the trapdoor, and her eyeballs shot out and landed in this woman's mouth. And it was terrible because it was still scratching under there. But then it went quiet. And we waited. And we wanted to see. We wanted to see if it was there, if it was dead or not. It was the dang curiosity of wanting to know that ultimately ended in our defeat. For we heard scratching. But this scratching that wasn't emitting from the TV. It was coming from behind us. The open freaking window. Something was scratching on the screen. That thin barrier that doesn't even protect you from bugs, because bugs still find a way in. There's no way that anything out there that's scratching on it would be stopped by a freaking screen window. And we turn and we look. Pushing its ugly, hideous face against the freaking window is the face of the old woman in the cellar in our movie. Obviously, the only course of action that we can possibly take in this moment is to flee. So my friend Chase lets out a manly growl. And just boom, hits the door and he's gone. Well, me and my human burrito have no choice but to scream and roll. Scream and roll. It's like a fire, but you're not on fire and you can't tuck. All you can do is roll. So me screaming and just rolling. Eventually, I get the sheet off, and it's wrapped around my flipping leg, so I'm trying to get that off, and I'm screaming more. I decided to just leave it. If my leg is stuck in the sheets, I will tear the sheets off the bed. So I shoot off, like at Mach 7, and it clotheslines me. The sheet around my leg had wrapped around so tightly that it was the Kraken. It was the Kraken from the Pirates of the Caribbean, and it had my leg. And I hit the floor face first, just and I fought for my life, and I could see the ugly beast pushing its face up against the screen, and I'm freaking out more because this other monster has my leg. So I start just kicking, just kicking. Yeah. Actually, it's more like little chipmunk chirps. My leg gets free, and I sprint down the stairs, and I make it down there, and I run to my mom. And being the manly men that we were, I threw my arms around my mom, buried my face into her, and I just start sobbing, just. And then my friend looks around, tears pouring down his face, and he's got this kind of I smell poop face, but it's such a stinky poop that he's crying from. And then he stops. Where's your dad? Guess whose ugly face it was against the freaking window? It was my father. We had a Halloween mask that was of an old, creepy, disgusting looking old woman that just happened to look like the beast in Evil Dead 2 in the cellar. Thank you, Dad, for making it out to be the worst night ever. We did not reach manhood, but we were close. They were manly tears. Basically, what I've learned from this experience is that every man needs to cry every once in a while. It's good for them, it releases their emotions, and it helps them better connect with their mom. Word to the wise, if you're a man and you feel like you've got to cry, just do it. Alright guys, I apologize for this episode being so late. I was at a wedding. And I'm going to take this time, instead of doing improv moment, I'm going to do an improv congratulations shout out to the newlyweds. This is my improv shout out to the newlyweds, the Grams. When you two look upon the horizon of your marriage, you will see that there is no end. The happiness that you two share at this particular moment is a well that you have tapped into, and you will find that it can never be fully drained. Upon reaching your vows till death do us part, may you find that you are going to embark on a new journey and that this isn't truly the end. The love that you two share is inexpendable. It's impressive, it's strong, it's enduring. I can see this every time you guys look into each other's eyes. It's strong, and it's durable. And when you face challenges, as every couple does in reality, the strength between each of you will be potent enough to overcome that challenge and continue on down the road. So I wish you two luck in a life full of happiness and no regrets. Alright, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Wednesday, next episode.